Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in disguise. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tides fall off. You know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She pressing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, and she know it. Eyes on the prize, just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know, so nobody could tell me.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they'll start this drive just across the 30.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. Beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my man's, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I get till I can't. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Adelmar crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up, just stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 I'm finna. What you gonna do? I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rice. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, I flow elevator, we facing my brad. How you want the positive memo or cash? Red light, yellow light, green light, go. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend called, want me alone. None of my bitches, I be at home. And I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt Bucky a goner. Hurt. All in your brain. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gonna do? 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 I'm finna stunt.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. At the 34-yard line. In motion comes Pittman. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Open man downfield, it's Hawkinson. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. To the left side and taken in by downs. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. At the Ravens 23-yard line. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh down. Touchdown, Vikings. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He knocks it through. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. First and 10. Into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. Now it's going to be third down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. Drive will start on the ground, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Jackson now on second down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
That is going to be called in. He's got it. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Ravens. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. McCarthy to the air on second down. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. There's Jefferson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch. But give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. He's still on his feet. And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty, because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Into the secondary, past the 40. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Ravens out front. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Right back to him on first down. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. He works free, right side. And he'll be taken down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half.
His kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Vikings 13.
13 Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He runs with it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
It'll get them down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake-filled first half continues. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll tuck it and take off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Second and 11. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's got his man. That's down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe.
And he's into the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown Vikings. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
One of the biggest challenges of playing zone defense is defending a quarterback when they break contain of the pocket. All the zones have to move along with the quarterback, and it is just a lot of stress put back there, and you're able to find a soft spot, and they're able to connect.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 7, and the Ravens 1st down.
DC, right? DC. They'll send a tight end in motion. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll send him over to the left. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Downs goes in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Pass right side to Downs. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll lead to a second down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. To the air once more is McCarthy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. In motion comes Pittman. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, here's Jackson. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Off the play fake, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Fowler. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
That's quickly out to Harrison. And that is not going to work out as planned. It'd be a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will score again. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Ravens 35, Vikings 21.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. He's got it. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will extend this third quarter lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Give on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On play action, here's McCarthy. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Brings up 2nd and 14. at the 37-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Third and 9. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll look deep for Pittman. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A tight end in motion now. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Here's a run going left. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll stay on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Jackson. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Raven 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Jackson up top again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on third downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive, and to no surprise.
And he's got another one. Touchdown, Ravens. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll complete that to the rookie from Auburn. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Makes the score Ravens 57, Vikings 21.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Will turn and hand this one off. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff running right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain. So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half. Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Whoa! And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he's going to be taken down.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Washington. And that is not going to get it done. He is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And that brings up 4th and goal.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
4th down. Jackson. That one taken in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Ravens. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. 1st and 10 now from the 36. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
A run now on second down, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. He'll try to get this one on the ground. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third down, 3 to go. And he'll have the first down at the 26, so good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
First down, Ravens.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play, understanding that ball was down and away.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Baltimore. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens stretch things out even further.
Ravens 71, Vikings 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's going to run it. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
Now a run on first down. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stick with him again. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is caught, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll take this one up to about the 34-yard line. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a a year it's been. Head in a bottle, but my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold fruit. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from me, oh me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the season.